Public Works crews found a depression in A1A in the 2200 block. It turned out that what that depression was caused by a broken sanitary sewer line underneath the depression. And that sanitary sewer line serves Perry's Ocean's Edge, and they needed to make an emergency repair. Should that have fully collapsed, they would have been out of business, and our crews are doing everything they can to get that fixed, and they'll get the roadway fixed after the repair is made. You may remember that last year the Florida legislature compelled all police departments and sheriff's offices to comply with the 287G program to work with ICE on immigration enforcement. You all passed and we entered into our agreement. As far as I know, we're the only local police agency in Volusia County that was able to get that signed, get it into place. Lieutenant Catherine Goetz headed that up. We got all of our supervisors and investigators trained in a very timely manner and got operational before October 1st. And because of that, on September 30th, federal government deposited $167,515 into our account as reimbursement for vehicles, training, and equipment. And we were able to roll that into our reserves, so I'm very happy to report that.
That is fantastic. Can you please pass on our thanks to Lieutenant Goetz? And if any of you see her out and about, the chief has bragged to me before about how organized she is in getting things like this done. Please pass on our thanks. We love having that money.
Absolutely. After the nor'easter last month, 6 of the 12 city dune walkovers were out of commission. The beach washed out from underneath those. I'm happy to report that all 6 of those are back in service, and 2 of the county's sites were also washed out, and as of today they have also been able to get both of their walkovers back into service. Before I get to the last item, I need to thank the commission. Number 1 for trusting in me, but number 2, you've all made yourselves available to me over the last couple of weeks. You've gotten multiple phone calls from me. A couple of you have met with me in person, and I really appreciate that to get ready for tonight's meeting, to make the meeting run as smoothly as it has. So Operation Greenlight is a project that municipalities and county governments are engaging in to ensure that former service members in our community have access to the resources they need. So as we approach Veterans Day, local governments are lighting up buildings green from November 4th to November 11th. And by shining a green light, local governments and our residents will let veterans know that they are seen, appreciated, and supported. Staff is prepared to light up this building green, and hopefully we would be able to light up the Public Safety Department and City Hall later this week green as a show of support if the commission so desires.
So we will discuss this and take a vote on it. I have a green light on my front porch as well as my back. I think it is a fantastic idea, especially, you know, with my husband being a veteran. In fact, last month we went back up to Ohio because he had a reunion of his 838th MP. And when I look at those people, because again, remember, when someone enters the service when they're 20, 22, that's expected in the plan. We're in the reserves, you never know what's going to happen. So most of these men were in their 30s, 40s, some as old as 50 years old, that were just plucked up, you know, put in Desert Storm. So it was just a wonderful reunion. Hated to hear how many had already passed away, but regardless, so I'd like to hear from everyone else, but I am 100% in favor of it. I'd like to ask our community service director, you know, if we have passed this, how soon he can get it done, but I'll hear from everybody up here first. Vice Mayor?
I'm in.
Okay.
All for it. Absolutely.
For sure.
Great, great, great. Okay, so community service director, how soon do you think if we approved it?
It's ready.
All right. I was on my way out. I was just waiting for the vote. I'm going to decide to plug them in right now.
Oh, that's fantastic, okay. And I just want to go over a little bit. This was not a lot of additional cost because, correct me if I'm wrong, but we had done for Cat Atwood encephalitis with, was it red lights? So what, did we have all the hardware and we just needed to change the color of the lights?
For this building.
Okay.
But for the other ones, we had to actually purchase those, and those are on their way. We should have them in tomorrow, and so we're hoping before the end of the week, we can get the other buildings lit up as well.
Perfect, that's just perfect. You know, I have, again, a special heart, you know, for veterans. So, you know, we'll talk about it in a little bit. We're gonna have a special veterans lunch. So thank you very, very much for that support.
It'll be staff's honor to carry that out. And we also have materials in each of our city buildings now that outline what services are available for veterans. And that completes my report.
And, you know, to let you know, I had several residents reach out to me, you know, wanting this, so thank you very much. And does anyone have any questions for our interim city manager? We're just gonna say city manager, except I'll always call him chief. I told him it took me 6 months to go from captain to chief, so. My question is, so, city manager, today, you know, I spoke at the county council meeting, and I had my purse wide open, ready to get in, you know, to be searched. And he said, ma'am, we don't have to do that anymore now that we have open carry. So can you explain to me what open carry is in a city building like this today? I know we're looking to change it, but what does it look like today?
There are no restrictions that keep us from keeping someone out who's open carrying a long gun in the state of Florida currently. I know that some of the organizations to which you belong will be advocating for change, as will the Florida Police Chiefs Association. This was caused by a judicial ruling, and I think it had some unintended consequences, and I'm very hopeful that the legislature will clean that up.
And what he is referring to, we have legislative committees that a lot of the elected officials go to, and we take, and I'm on the municipal operations, and we as a collective group, there's about 40 or 50 of elected officials across the state of Florida, decide what is the priority, what do you want to bring forward that the Florida League of Cities will advocate for on your behalf, and this is the one that we've done, is in city buildings, city meetings, you know, that there would be no open carry. So, any other concerns or questions or anything for our interim manager? Hey, if none, I thank you so much for caring enough about the city that you're willing to step into this position. We greatly appreciate it.
Madam Mayor.
Okay, next we're going to go on to commission comments, and I have quite a few. I'll go first. I think this is where we're at. So last week, city manager and I attended a delegation meeting in DeLand. So as you remember, we got that huge check, huge this way, and $900,000 from the state, and Senator Wright gave us that check. So before I asked for any more money, I wanted to make sure to give them a huge thank you. This is the first time this city has ever gotten appropriations from the state. Got $900,000, and what we're going to do with that money is behind the Public Works Department. We have so much equipment that we've invested a lot of money in, and as you probably know, any equipment that's this close to the ocean with the salt is rusting. So it will be a $2.6 million project, but we're going to add on, or, you know, we'll be designing what will be best to get that equipment in. So we, you know, we just thank them. We were just so appreciative of that. We do have one small request. It would be about $700,000, and we're asking for about $325,000 for a piece of equipment that we can give you more information later on. So one other meeting that I went to was, I'm the co-chair of the Stormwater Mitigation for the county, and we met on October 22nd. And what we're doing there right now is, everyone probably knows, we're fortunate enough that we had very, very little flooding with Milton, but every other city in our county was not that fortunate. So there's a lot of talk about flooding, flooding, flooding. We all know that there's flooding. We don't need to hear any more about the problem. We need to work on solutions. So on this committee, we're working collaboratively to for everyone in every one of the cities to work together to put a end to most of this flooding. And then I hope some of you were able to come to, the county had that, the meetings on, I think was it Wednesday night, Chief? Whatever night it was, Wednesday night, and they talked about resiliency and vulnerability. It was an excellent, excellent meeting. I had several residents reach out to me because they missed the meeting. I reached out to our coastal director, Jessica Fentress. It's going to be available online in a couple weeks, so we will put that out there when you can go back and see it. And then I brought the chief with us to our Port Orange South Daytona Economic Development, and we are proud to announce that afternoon that we are getting the Aston Martin condo. As most of you probably know, Valor was here quite a few times, and they were looking for someone to partner with, and that's the partner they're going to go along with. And that will just be such an added addition to Daytona Speedway, especially the Rolex 24, because that's one of the big sponsors of that. So that was some of the things that I have been doing. So just wanted to go along with that. I wanted to go over things that are going to be happening around the city. So tomorrow, one of our favorite guest speakers is going to be here. So Jessica Fentress, she is the County Coastal Division Director. She'll be here tomorrow with coffee with the mayor at 10 a.m. If any of you have ever heard from Jessica, she knows everything that there is to know about the beach. So she's going to talk to us a little bit more about the Renourishment Project. Don't give her a hard time like I do about, I did a function on the beach Saturday and there was no sea oats left. I said, Jessica, that breaks my heart. She says, Mayor, sand is sacrificial. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. You didn't see any seawalls come down, did you? And I said, no, but it still breaks my heart about the sand. But she'll talk all about that tomorrow, so please stop by. She's just delightful and just so knowledgeable. Then on Thursday, we're going to have our Community Appreciation Cookout from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. upstairs here, and staff will be cooking hamburgers and hot dogs for us. This is again something, you know, that I wanted to start last year, and this was the first annual, and I hope it continues even after I'm gone. You know, we talk about how important our veterans are. So our big day here in honoring our armed forces is on Armed Forces Day in May, but I want to do something for Veterans Day. So all veterans are invited to a luncheon on Monday at 11:30 a.m. If you'd like to bring a guest, it would be $10 for your guest, but you would be free. And I know our director has a wonderful, wonderful afternoon planned for you. And then the last thing is the community yard sale is Saturday, November 22nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think that was it for me. So Commissioner Dubinsky, what do you have for us?
Well, I got a couple things, actually. I was thinking tonight when I was listening that I came here in 1998, almost 29 years ago, and I've watched this city grow into probably one of the most amazing small cities in America. It's just a great place to live. I love it here, and I'm very proud to have been a part of the city for such a long time. And I just want to say that. Listening to all these accomplishments that the city has done in the past 28 years, it's amazing. And we owe a lot to the past, but the future looks bright. And I appreciate that. Also, I'm going to ask the Commission for permission to miss the next meeting, December 2nd. I won't be able to attend. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. And would you be somewhere that you'd be calling in, or you'd just be absent from the meeting?
From what I understand, I could definitely call in, but from what I understand, that's not accepted. Am I correct, Paul?
Do we have the capability to allow remote appearance? And have
Yeah, we've done that several times.
Yeah, it is allowable, as long as there's a quorum present physically in the room, you can appear remotely.
I'd be happy to.
All right, thank you. All right. And that night, what we will do, as we've done previously too, we will take a vote, first of all, to allow you to join remotely, and then the second vote will be for you to be able to vote along with us that night. So just be prepared for that. So if you want to provide a phone number for Sherry?
I will. She knows it. She's known it for
28 years. Thank you very much, Commissioner Dubinsky. So thank you for saying that about the city. I'm sure we all feel like that too, but you've had 28 years feeling that way, so appreciate you doing that. Commissioner Carter?
Well, on the economic development side, I want to say thank you and best of luck to you, Ms. Gonzalez, with your business. The other one, I hope I get this word right, Mythos Brew. They are officially open. We went in there and beautiful place, so we're hoping they're going to do well.
Good, great, good, well, thank you. Okay, Commissioner Economos?
I just wanted to say a thank you to all of our veterans. I know there's at least 2 in this room, but probably more. So thank you to all of you for your sacrifices.
And for you.
And your service, so we appreciate that. So, thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Not much to say other than the presentations from the various directors for the things that we were on the agenda. Just spot on, especially the finance director, and years ago, we were taking this cash money sitting idle in the bank account and investing it and offsetting the expenses, or at least funding the expenses with that additional income. Just out of curiosity, do we pay taxes on that, or we don't have to pay taxes? We don't pay taxes. Well, that's wonderful. But anyway, I too share in Commissioner Dubinsky's comments. I'm very proud of what you guys do, and we'll continue to be proactive and assist and, criticize where we need to criticize. But all in all, it runs like a well-oiled machine, and I hope that the citizens feel the same way. And if they don't, they're always welcome to come up and talk to us or go to City Hall and talk to you guys. But kudos to you, and thank you for your continued efforts.
Hey, and before we go on to audience comments, I'm going to ask for a consensus from my commission here. Christmas this year falls on a Thursday, and we have traditionally done this. Again, we've talked over and over what a wonderful staff we have with wonderful employees. So I'm going to come to you again this year and ask if we could give the employees that Friday, the day after Christmas, off with pay. So can we just go along a consensus, Vice Mayor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. If any of you employees are listening, we appreciate you so much, and I hope this is a small token of our appreciation and how much we value you.
Madam Mayor, on behalf of staff, we appreciate it very much. Thank you. This will be wildly popular.
All right, so we're going to go on to audience comments, and I have Norma Shapiro here. Norma, come on up. So Norma, just tell us your name and your address.
My name is Norma Chabero, and I live at 3106 Esperanza Avenue. I am talking tonight to bring your attention to a safety issue in town. On the north end of Esperanza Avenue, between Van Avenue and McElroy Park, there is no street light. This makes it very dark and dangerous. When my mom and I walk down the street at night, it is almost impossible for cars to see us. I hope you can do something to help with this safety concern. Thank you so much for listening.
Well, thank you so much for being here this evening. So one of the nice things about being here is that we have all of our directors here. So I'm going to ask you, when this meeting is over, for you to go up to Director Cruz and raise your hand, Stuart, and he'll be able to help you with that. Nora, thank you so much for coming before us this evening. We enjoyed hearing from you. Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Okay, if not, does anyone have anything that our city manager needs to know to add on for the agenda that I cannot believe it would be the last meeting of the year? Amazing. We don't have anything this evening. If you have anything else, please get with him. And if there's nothing else, then the meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much for coming.